You see the gloves, you see the titles, you see the knockouts, but do you know the man? Do you know what made him rise when others failed? What made him fight battles outside the ring bigger than any opponent he ever faced? It was faith. Because strength isn't in the arms, it's in the heart. Power isn't in the fists, it's in the mind. A true fighter is not the one who never gets knocked down. He's the one who gets back up every single time because he believes in something greater than himself. You can train the body, you can sharpen your skills, but if your faith is weak, so are you. When you step into the ring of life, of struggle, of challenges, your greatest weapon is belief. Belief that no matter how hard it gets, God's gear is loud. It shouts in your mind, telling you that you're not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough. Fear will whisper that you're alone, that failure is inevitable, that the odds are stacked too high against you. But faith speaks in a different voice. Faith doesn't scream, it reassures. Faith doesn't weaken, it strengthens. Faith tells you that even when the world says no, God says yes. Fear is a prison, and if you let it, it will lock you in a life of hesitation, doubt, and regret. Fear makes you second-guess yourself, holds you back from taking that first step, and keeps you stuck in the same place. But faith is the key that unlocks the door. It allows you to move forward even when you can't see the whole path. It pushes you to believe in something bigger than yourself. It reminds you that the power guiding you is greater than the fear inside you. Look at any great person who has ever achieved something meaningful. They all had to face fear. The difference is they didn't let fear have the final say. They felt it, but they moved forward anyway. Fear says, what if you fail? But faith answers, what if you're not enough? But faith says, you are exactly who you need to be. Fear tries to hold you down, but faith lifts you up. The truth is, fear and faith cannot exist in the same space. When you choose fear, you push faith aside. But when you choose faith, fear has no room to breathe. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to see the whole picture. Faith is about trusting even when the outcome is unclear, believing even when the evidence isn't in front of you, and moving forward even when fear tells you to stop. Fear thrives in uncertainty. It takes root in the unknown. It feeds on what ifs and worst case scenarios. But faith steps in and reminds you that you are not alone. There is a force greater than you, walking beside you, strengthening you, guiding you. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You don't have to figure it all out by yourself. Faith allows you to let go of the need to control everything and trust that God is already making the way. Some of the greatest moments of your life will come when you step beyond fear and into faith. The opportunities you're afraid to take, the risks that seem too big, the dreams that feel too far away, those are the moments where faith is calling you to trust. Not because it's easy, not because there are no obstacles, but because faith tells you that with every step you take, you will be supported, strengthened, and empowered. Fear will tell you to play it safe. Fear will tell you to stay where it's comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of growth. You cannot reach new heights while staying in the same place. Faith dares you to move. It challenges you to trust. It reminds you that greatness is on the other side of fear. You will face moments of doubt. You will have days where fear feels stronger than your faith. But in those moments, remember this. Faith isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to keep going despite it. Fear is temporary, but faith is eternal. Fear changes with circumstances, but faith remains steady through every storm. Every time fear tries to hold you back, remind yourself of this. You were not given a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. You are not weak. You are not alone. You are not defeated. Fear may try to break you, but faith will always build you back up. Adversity is not an obstacle, it is a test. It is life's way of asking, how bad do you want it? It is the challenge that separates those who only wish from those who are willing to fight for what they believe in. Conviction is what gives you the strength to stand firm when everything around you is trying to knock you down. It is the fire inside you that refuses to go out, no matter how strong the wind of opposition blows. The world will not always agree with you. People will question your beliefs, challenge your choices, and sometimes even try to break you. The easy thing to do would be to surrender, to compromise, to take the comfortable path, but conviction does not allow you to settle. Conviction does not let you bow down when you are meant to stand tall. It reminds you that your principles, your values, and your faith are worth more than any approval or acceptance from the world. When you have conviction, you do not waver. You do not let fear make your decisions. You do not allow temporary struggles to shake your foundation, because deep inside you know who you are. You know what you stand for. You know that adversity is not a signal to quit. It is an invitation to rise. Think about the strongest, most influential people in history. Every single one of them faced opposition. Every single one of them had to stand alone at some point. But what set them apart was not their talent, not their intelligence, not even their strength. It was their unwavering belief in what they stood for. They refused to be silenced. They refused to back down. They refused to compromise on what they knew was right. Conviction does not mean you will never be afraid. It does not mean you will not have moments of doubt. But it does mean that even in fear, even in uncertainty, you keep moving forward. It means you speak up even when your voice shakes. It means you hold on even when letting go seems easier. It means you trust that no matter how difficult the road is, staying true to yourself is always worth it. Adversity will test you. It will push you to your limits. It will try to break you. But conviction is what will carry you through. It is what will make you stand in the storm without flinching. It is what will allow you to look opposition in the eye and say, you will not change who I am. You do not need everyone to understand you. You do not need everyone to agree with you. What you need is to be able to look in the mirror and know that you did not betray yourself, that you did not bend under pressure, that you did not allow fear to steal your purpose. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when it seems easier to just go along with what everyone else is doing. But conviction is about doing what is right, not what is easy. It is about being guided by principle, not by pressure. It is about walking your path with integrity, even if you have to walk it alone.